You're watching college softball on the SEC Network. Number 3 Alabama has been the sport's biggest story of the last few days. And tonight, the Tide will try to keep it rolling against a very talented squad out of the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars. And we welcome you to the booth here at Rhodes Stadium. Gray Robertson alongside my partner, Allie Shipman. We thank everyone for tuning in tonight. And Ship, Alabama made a loud statement this past weekend against number 1 Texas.
Absolutely, and you are right. All eyes are on Alabama after they took down previously ranked number 1 Texas at home. What I love is the bounce back. They lost game 1, but came back to win those last 2 games of the series.
It was really impressive what Alabama was able to put together, and you're exactly right, partner. It did not start off well for the Crimson Tide. Thursday night, game 1, it was all Texas. An early strike from Vivi Martinez, a couple home runs from Leanne Good. It looked like the Horns were going to roll this weekend, but then game 2 came and Alabama responded.
Vic Moten was on fire. She had such presence on the mound versus Texas. She was working through the zone, and then of course you had big hits from Jenna Young, Ambry Taylor, all up and down the lineup. The offense came alive for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
It was the first series win over number 1 since 2016, the first at Rhodes for Alabama since 2011. And again, it really was a story of a comeback. After losing game 1 and falling down 4-0 in game 2, Alabama outscored Texas 18-4 the rest of the way.
And what I love about this is it wasn't just from one person in the lineup. Marley Giles hit 428 on the weekend, Alexis Papillo 500, even Brooke Wells, she had 1 hit, but it was in a timely moment. She had a 3 RBI bases loaded double, all up and down the lineup, providing that production for Alabama.
So now a bit of a target on the Tide's back. We'll see how they respond this evening against South Alabama. They'll go with the freshman righty out of Michigan, Caitlin Palazzi, in the circle.
Caitlin Palazzi has been great for Alabama this year. She's going to work her rise ball and her drop. You see that rise ball right there, and she'll also mix in a changeup. She'll use that changeup to set up her other pitches. She was very rise ball heavy against Texas, and it got her into a little bit of trouble. So seeing if she can adjust here today.
Swing and a miss by the leadoff hitter for South Alabama, Presley Lively, as we take a look at the squad for Becky Clark, and Virginia Mombelli, the Italian, in the 3 spot, has reached base safely in 10 straight games.
She has been another player that has been on fire for them, hitting 367. She's got 24 RBIs on the season. A lot of the run production for this squad is coming from her, and she's been doing a little bit of a different thing with her stance, playing with her timing, and it's been paying off for her.
I'll say Lively did not go. Sophomore out of Helena, Alabama. That's checked foul. South Alabama no stranger to taking on SEC competition. They've already played 8 games this year against the Southeastern Conference.
And talking with Coach Becky Clark, she said it's crucial for them to get.
This is back to Palazzi, 1 down.
She said it's crucial for them to get experience like this, to be in environments like SEC teams, helps bolster them, helps create confidence, and helps them feel like they can play in any stadium in the country and be competitive.
There you see the head coach for the Jaguars, Becky Clark, the only coach the program's ever had. 3-time Sun Belt Coach of the Year, 6 NCAA tournament trips. Felt like a couple weeks ago against JMU, this team was close to where they can be. Took a bit of a step back in a series loss to Texas State. But her program has won the last 2 times South Alabama has played the Crimson Tide here at Rhodes.
And she said a big key for them is being able to sustain their progress. It's really hard to feel successful and then take 1 step back, and then you feel like you have to take another 2 steps forward. So she said the big thing for them, sustain that progress, keep putting pressure on, and be competitive in all facets of the game.
She really likes this freshman class with Gracie Dees, as Dees had the green light on the 3-0, popped it up, 2 down.
Palazzi going to her low rise on this one. Gets Dees to be just underneath. A little bit of wind today, so that ball carried back towards the infield a little bit more. Kristen White had to cover some ground to make that catch.
Two down for Virginia Mombelli, the native of Italy, transfer from Florida Southwestern Junior College, where she was a third-team NJCAA All-American. Against SEC teams this year, hitting .412.
And what's interesting about her swing is she messes around with her front foot, with her timing mechanism. Sometimes she'll do a stride, sometimes she'll go no stride, sometimes she'll do a bit of a toe tap. And so it's just whatever helps her feel confident and comfortable in the moment.
And a power stretch of late, 5 home runs in the last 20 games. Last 5 games has walked 4 times and hit .300. That's out to center field, and Mombelli has a 2-out single for South Alabama.
Mombelli doing a really good job of being on time. This is a changeup, and it's honestly a really good pitch by Palazzi. It's low and away, but she recognizes, sinks into her legs, and then throws her bat out for a base hit.
Brandstetter. This might stay in play, and it's caught by Marley Giles. So after the single, a quick out to end the inning, and we go to the bottom of the first, scoreless here in Tuscaloosa. First time for the Bama Bats tonight, and they will take on the junior out of Fairhope, Alabama. 2-time Sun Belt Pitcher of the Week already this year, Riley Harrison.
And she has been shouldering the majority of the innings for this squad, 133 innings pitched. And what she does really well is she works the zone. She goes drop, rise, screw curve, occasionally a changeup, but she'll work to all 4 quadrants. She's very, very good at pounding the strike zone and has a lot of strikeouts on the season.
One of the only pitchers on this South Alabama staff that has not faced Alabama before, taking on this revamped lineup. Moved around by Patrick Murphy ahead of game 2 against Texas. Strike 1 to Alexis Papillo. And part of that movement is Ambry Taylor in the 4 spot, and earlier today she was announced as SEC Freshman of the Week.
Ambry Taylor was really clutch for Alabama against Texas, hit .333 on the weekend, but had a huge home run. And she has been one of those players that is really fun to watch. Started off as a pinch hitter and then worked her way and is now in the 4 spot for this Alabama offense.
And here is the senior out of Crystal Lake, Illinois, Alexis Papillo. A 34-game reach base streak, and she has feasted in the midweeks, hitting .667 in midweek games with 6 RBIs and 3 home runs.
You know, I'd say that's pretty good. Her swing is just so short and compact to the ball. There's not a lot of movement to it. She toes the line. She's almost baiting you to throw her something over the plate, and then she attacks when it's there.
This is chopped and could be trouble It'll just roll foul.
It's a really good decision there by Riley Harrison. One of those where you know Alexis Papillo's passing the ball, so you're probably not going to get her out. So your best bet, even if it does stay fair, your best bet is to let that ball roll, see if it can tail to be a foul ball, and that's exactly what it did.
We should note it is a pretty windy evening here in Tuscaloosa, so much so our papers have flown back quite a few times.
If you hear rustling tonight, it's us trying to catch our papers that are moving around in the booth over here.
Don't be concerned, it's just the wind. Full count.
I really like that placement there by Riley Harrison, a very competitive screwball on the outer edge, knowing that you're facing a great hitter. You want to kind of push the boundaries with that strike zone, see if she'll chase.
On the ground over to second. Stewart's got it. One away.
And I think that pass screwball set that one up. It was a little bit further off, so she just took it an inch or so back over the plate. You'll see it here. It's just going to clip the outside corner just enough for Papillo to swing, reach for that, and become a ground out for Riley Harrison.
Harrison, no stranger to taking on SEC teams, has thrown over 31 innings against the Southeastern Conference in her career. Now facing Brooke Wells, another one who has absolutely gobbled up the stats in midweek games. Sophomore out of Round Rock, Houston transfer.
And she has just so much power to all fields. And with a lot of different pitches as well, we've seen her be successful on changeups, on drop balls, rise balls. She's really good at zoning in, finding the exact pitch that she wants to hunt in that at-bat.
And we've referenced it. Statistically, it was a tough weekend for her against Texas, 1 for 11. But that one hit, arguably, for Alabama was the biggest of the entire series, that 3 RBI double.
Absolutely, and sometimes, you know, if you're gonna have one hit on a weekend, making it be a big hit like that can mean all the difference for your confidence as a hitter as well.
That's rolled over to short. Stagner's got it. 2 up, 2 down for Harrison. Well, in steps another freshman for the Tide, the Oviedo, Florida native Anna Roman. She's on an 8-game reach base streak.
Not a ton of offensive production for her versus Texas, but what she did well was she made at-bats count. She had a couple crucial walks, an RBI with a walk and a bases loaded situation. So it may not have been the weekend with the bat that she wanted it to be, but she was still productive for her team.
Here's the 1-2 from Harrison. Popped up in the air. And coming in is Lively from center. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down for Riley Harrison, and we're scoreless after 1 here in T-Town. Scoreless as we journey on to the second inning here in Tuscaloosa, South Alabama, taking on the Tide. Jaguars 24-17 on the year, 8-4 in the Sun Belt. Surprisingly picked 10th in the Sun Belt pre-poll, but they've shown all those folks currently sitting in third in the league, and really it's a logjam right after Marshall up at the top, currently ranked 46 in the RPI, so you get some good results down the stretch. You could be in play for an at-large bid. This has been a pretty successful year for South Alabama, and really it's been the pitching that has driven it here this season.
Absolutely, and the star of that is Harrison in the circle. She's just pounding the zone. She's giving them a chance offensively. And the Sun Belt Conference this year is so competitive. Talking to Coach Becky Clark, she said there's a lot of parity across the board. They've made some really great coaching hires, and so the league itself just continues to rise.
You've got Marshall up at the top, and then Southern Miss, South Alabama, and Louisiana Monroe all right there. Texas State has picked up some big wins this year. As Carol Wine sends that foul. Can't forget about Troy, Louisiana. Coastal Carolina sitting at 6-6 in the league. They beat Arizona earlier this season.
A lot of great teams in the Sun Belt Conference. And a lot of them are doing really well in the RPI as well, a lot in the top 100. And that's really important as we start to look forward into postseason.
2-2 on the freshman out of Florida, Carol Wine. Week 6 Sun Belt Player of the Week. Wine bloops this out towards center. White is there for out number 1. And here's exactly what we were talking about. Again, you've got Marshall up at the top, Morgan Zirkle doing a phenomenal job up in West Virginia, and then just a massive logjam between really, really good teams in the SBC.
And, you know, talking to Coach, she said that versus JMU, she felt like the team had put it all together. Then they go and play another great squad in Texas State, and she felt like they took a couple steps back. And so it's just being a part of a really tough conference. You have to be competitive every weekend and look to, as she said, sustain your progress, continue to get better, continue to compete, because there still is a chance for almost everybody in that conference.
Yeah, I would say almost for sure this is a multi-bid league in the NCAA tournament. I mean, heck, Marshall sitting at 25 in the RPI. There are a lot of Power 4 teams who are relying on some victories over the Thundering Herd to bolster their resumes.
Absolutely, and you know, we've mentioned it before, but RPI is so extremely important. And, you know, there's a couple metrics, but it's not just who you play, it's what they do after you, it's strength of schedule that kind of goes into those postseason rankings.
And you see it right there, 4 squads inside the top 50, including South Alabama. And it's a program that's had a lot of success, some great hitters to come through over the years, including Gabby Stagner, the older sister of Lily Stagner, who's at the plate right now. Here's the 3-2, and Stagner draws the walk.
This is a solid at bat here by Lily Stagner. Being patient, working to count. And this is this rise ball that is just going to miss up and out a little bit too much. If you're Caitlin Palazzi, you want to work that through the zone a little bit more, get her to swing and miss at that ball. Instead, it's up and away for ball 4.
First pitch fouled off by the graduate student out of Flagler, the Fortson, Georgia native, Sydney Stewart. Started her career at Northwest Florida State College and transferred to Flagler, and then came to Mobile to play for Coach Clark.
And you see her show bunt right there. She will do that. That is part of her arsenal. She'll bunt for a base hit. She'll sacrifice bunt. She's pretty speedy, 4 for 4 in stolen bases on the season. So she'll mix things up there in the box.
1-2 from Palazzi is high and away, and we've seen that miss a few times already in this inning.
And she's trying to work that rise ball away, but I do think she's got good velocity I think if you can get that ball moving, you might be able to go up and in on the hands. Looks a little juicier to the batter.
Off speed, lifted out to center. White is patrolling, 2 down.
Good job by Caitlin Palazzi. She sets up this changeup with the rise ball, speeds the batter up, and then a great changeup there on the outside corner. Would have been a strike either way, and now it's an easy out for Kristen White in center field.
Here's the 8-hitter, Ansley Smith. Runner goes as that pitch was way off the mark from Palazzi. And Stagner stands on second, with Smith now given a chance with a runner in scoring position.
I mean, what a snag by Marley Giles behind the dish there. She may not have thrown Stagner out at second. It was a great read by her, but the athleticism of the catcher behind the plate, scooching all the way over to her left, getting around that ball, especially when you have a pitcher like Palazzi that works way up in the zone very often, so it almost catches you off guard, and she was able to handle that really well.
This is a cue ball over to second. Hubbard stays down, side retired. A runner left stranded on second by the Jags, and we go to the home half. Tide coming up next. Scoreless so far in Tuscaloosa as we journey on to the bottom of the second. An inning that saw Alabama fare extremely well against Texas in games 2 and 3. It was really the second inning that kind of sparked the comeback in game 2, and then they kept it up in game 3 against the Longhorns this past weekend.
And what's really impressive about this is this was all with 2 outs. So this is a 2-out, 10-run second inning. Being able to pass the bat down, continue to keep the inning alive. Really impressive, especially when you're facing a staff and a defense as solid as Texas.
Starting off with the newly minted SEC Freshman of the Week, Jasper, Alabama native Ambry Taylor. Third different Alabama freshman to win the award here this year. Taylor stripes that out to center. Catch made by Lively, 1 down.
Ambry Taylor squares this ball up really well. It's a drop on the inner half, gets below it, just right at the center fielder, Presley Lively. But she continues to swing the bat really well for Alabama.
You know, the best contact so far by the Tide. First pitch ball to the senior out of Clanton, Alabama, Marley Giles.
Giles having her best year yet, .390 batting average.
She's looking for the gap, and she'll find it all the way to the wall. Marley Giles will hustle on to second with a stand-up double. And the Tide has their first hit of the night.
Marley Giles continues to be aggressive. She gets this rise ball that's left over the heart of the plate. She stays on top of it, catches it out in front, and drives it into the gap for a stand-up double.
Double number 6 this year for the senior. And that sets up Audrey Vandegrift, third straight game down in the 6th spot. That got all the way back.
This is a rise ball that gets away from Riley Harrison and is just out of reach of Ansley Smith. Those are tough. If you're anticipating the rise ball, though, you can change your stance a little bit, sit up a little bit taller, maybe start your glove a few inches higher, give yourself, a little bit of help knowing that those balls are going to jump upward.
Well, a quick conversation for Riley Harrison. Becky Clark is talking to the rest of the infield. And for Alabama, this certainly feels like an opening. You've got Vandegrift, the All-American, coming up, and she really seemed to find her confidence again and comfort down in the 6th spot in the last 2 games of the Texas series.
Absolutely. Had a couple of hits versus Texas, and talking to Coach Patrick Murphy, he said, the people that lead off the most are the 1 spot and the 6th spot in the lineup. So basically keeping Audrey Vandegrift and her identity the same as a hitter, just moving her down to that 6th spot, maybe take a little bit of pressure off her. Maybe she gets to see a few more pitches, and it seems to work really well for Audrey Vandegrift.
Had an RBI last year in the win over South Alabama. Comes up empty there, 2-1.
Really good screwball there, but Audrey Vandegrift, coming off of an All-American freshman season, led the nation in stolen bases. And that's a lot of pressure for a sophomore to carry, and you have more film on you. People know you, so they circle your name in the lineup. The expectation can be really hard sophomore season.
Well, Vandegrift has drawn the walk, and with that speed, a dangerous situation for Riley Harrison. As the plan continues to work for Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy, 28th season leading the way in Tuscaloosa. 5-time SEC Coach of the Year, that 2012 National Championship, 2022 Alabama Sports Hall of Fame inductee. Great thing in this state, spearheaded by Edgar Weldon and company. First softball inductee ever in the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame, as Vandegrift is able to steal second, and a big chance now for Salyn Hawkins.
Vandegrift so speedy, that 1st and 3rd situation can be really difficult for a defense, and so Ansley Smith behind the plate decides to hold on to that ball, let her take second base.
That's misplayed. Giles will score and everybody's safe.
Salyn Hawkins gets a pitch over the middle of the plate and puts speed on it. And this is one of those ground ball go situations. You see Marley Giles notices right off the bat this ball is on the ground, so she takes off immediately and scores. And that little bit of pressure, too, put on Olivia Brandstetter when you see the runner next to you start hustling to forward and you're not anticipating that, is what sometimes can lead to those errors.
It is an E5 and the 13th error by Brandstetter over at the hot corner.
And that has been something that has been an issue for the Jaguars, trying to eliminate the big inning, and part of that is keeping the errors to a minimum, keeping the free passes to a minimum. You see there a walk and an error, and that leads to a run for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
First pitch to Maddie Hubbard. In there for a strike to the sophomore out of Huntsville, Alabama. Another one who's just absolutely clobbered it in midweek, sitting 7-14 in these games with a home run. On the ground to second. There's one. The throw to first is in time. 4-6-3 twin killing, and the side is retired here in the second.
Sydney Stewart getting this hard hit ground ball. She's going to flip it over to Lily Stagner, turn a double play, and the Jags will look to hit when we return.
Alabama leads South Alabama 1-0 after 2 innings here in Tuscaloosa. Gray Robertson and Allie Shipman up here in the booth. Now joined by South Alabama head coach Becky Clark. And coach, you've seen Caitlin Palazzi for 2 innings now. What adjustments do you want to see from your hitters the rest of the way here tonight?
I think we're getting ourselves out some at the top of the zone. That was something we talked about at the beginning, and we haven't stuck to it. Had a couple of balls. I thought Wine's ball, she was a tick late on it. If she had been on time with it, that ball goes a long way. You know, we just got to attack the strike zone, square up the pitches we get to square up.
And Coach Riley Harrison has been doing a really good job for you in the circle. What are you looking out of her as we continue in this game? Yeah,
I mean, what she's doing, like, she's got to stay on the black, and she's got to, like I said before, mix up speeds effectively. We got to play defense behind her. That was something that we talked about before the game. This is a momentum team. They want to get something going, and we've got to shut that down defensively. So we've got to make those plays.
Absolutely, Coach. Thank you for the time.
Yep, go Jags.
South Alabama head coach Becky Clark. And she's right on the money. There have been some well-hit balls. The dugout is paying attention to the dugout cam. Now we'll see if they can make the adjustment against Palazzi with 9-1-2 due up. Brooklyn Bachhaus, the senior out of Louisiana.
And I think to Coach's point, you know Caitlin Palazzi is going to go up in the zone. So what do I have to do to get my barrel on top? What do I have to do to catch the ball out in front? Especially with things moving up, you have to get your barrel out in front. So committing to those adjustments, like right there, we've seen 3 in a row, Palazzi go to that rise ball up and away. So you know what you're going to get. Now it's executing your plan.
That's ball 4. And the 9-hole for South Alabama and lead off here in the 3rd takes her free base.
Brooklyn Bachhaus doing a good job of laying off this rise ball up in the zone. You can see it out of the hand. It starts high. It's going to start at her waist. And so by the time it gets to Bachhaus, it's going to be well above her shoulders for ball 4.
Boy, Derek Wilkins got out of the box very quickly to call time.
Caught me off guard.
Back to the top of the order with Lively, who pops up the bunt. It's over Taylor's head. Taylor a little bit too aggressive charging the bunt, and South Alabama has 2 on with nobody out.
This is one of those that's just perfectly placed. Do you ever want to pop up a bunt? Not really, but Ambry Taylor is charging so hard that by the time she sees this ball up in the air, it's almost too late for her to turn, pivot, and make the catch. As a third baseman, you sometimes have to think, yes, come in hard, but not like a freight train. Be able to slow yourself down, be under control when you're making those decisions and reading the ball off the bat. Just a decision-making point there for Ambry Taylor.
That's her first error of the year. E5 charged on the sacrifice. So now the calculus has definitely changed for the Jaguars. I would assume we'll probably see them try to bunt again here with 2 on, nobody out.
Absolutely, and kind of do what Alabama did to them, capitalize. A walk and an error, and see if you can capitalize on those back-to-back mistakes. You know, they were talking about the momentum and Alabama being a momentum team, but this is a good moment for the Jaguars to take the momentum as well. Marley Giles keeping her honest at second base. Sometimes if the runner's getting too big of a lead, pump fake once, keep them honest. That way the next time they won't get as far off.
Back to the circle. Palazzi to third for 1, and Taylor is able to finish off the double play.
And what I love is Marley Giles kind of helped set this up. She made sure that that lead was a little bit shorter so that when this ball is hit right back to Palazzi, she has plenty of time to get to that ball, throw to third, and Ambry Taylor stepping in the bag, throwing it across the diamond for a double play.
Well, it was South Alabama that turned a big double play in the home half. Now in the top of the third, but Tide defense returns the favor. The Jaguars have their best hitter at the plate with a runner in scoring position. And Mombelli already has a single here in this game. That was back in the first inning. Now comes Alabama pitching coach Lance McMahon.
And if you're Caitlin Palazzi, you have to continue to work through the zone. As we talked about earlier, her misses are just too big right now. So it doesn't give the batter a consistent look, and it doesn't give the umpire a consistent look. If you start to nibble around the corners, hitters are more likely to chase. Then you can play around with your pitch call a little bit more. But right now, her misses are a little bit too high, and then those good ones look a little too good.
It's kind of a surprise to see the ball strike distribution. One more ball than strike so far for Palazzi.
And this is an Alabama staff that's really known for pounding the zone. Limited walks on the season. They attack hitters, go right at them. And that's the adjustment you're looking to see from Palazzi if you're Coach Lance McMahon.
The speedy Lively on second, and a 3-1 count now on Mombelli. Ball four.
This is a really great at-bat by Mombelli. Swings at that first rise ball up and out of the zone, but then she's able to learn from that. She takes what is just about the same exact pitch for ball four. Very mature.
Brandstetter popped out on the first pitch last time, and she'll fly out on the first pitch here in the third. Chance miss by the Jags, and we go to the bottom of the third, tied up 1. Hot sauce night here at Rhodes Stadium with a honey butter chicken biscuit making a cameo in that race as we go to the bottom of the third. Alabama leads South Alabama 1-0. They'll do these races every half inning here this evening. It's always interesting. We've seen some tight ones here in the early going, Allie.
Absolutely, and you know what? This is one of my favorite games of the year. The taco hot sauce race is a staple here at the Rhodes House, and now you get it every inning. I've been trying to get my partner Gray here to run a race with me.
Keep trying. My picks aren't going well, but that's okay. Kristen White. Harrison couldn't keep her feet, and I'll tell you what else has gone well. Kristen White in the starting lineup the last couple games. Lead off aboard for the Tide here in the third.
Kristen White has so much speed, and this is just a perfectly placed bunt. It is off the end of her bat. It's going to go right back up the middle towards the pitcher, and by the time she fields it, honestly, even if she would have kept her feet, Kristen White's probably safe on that.
Montbelli was having a little bit of a laugh with Harrison.
Sometimes that's all you can do in those situations. I fell a few times mid-game. I fell against Georgia right at third base, took a lead, completely tripped, went down. It happens.
It would happen if I ran taco hot sauce. Speaking of running, there goes Kristen White. Good throw by Smith, but a hair late and a runner in scoring position here in the third.
Ansley Smith does a really good job with this, but Kristen White gets a great jump. She is so fast, and even though that throw is right on the money, it's just a little too late, and Kristen White is safe.
Or is it? Looks like Becky Clark is going to challenge the call at second.
The call on the field is that the runner left on time. South Alabama is challenging that call.
Well, no disputing safer out at second. In fact, we're going to look back at the very start. Did Kristen White leave early, or was she on time?
And I think this is a good call by Coach Clark. She talked about momentum earlier, and something like this, you get the lead off for Alabama, steal second base. If maybe she did leave early, that could be a momentum stopper and go in the Jags' favor.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Way early.
Way early. And the ruling here is you cannot leave the bag until the pitcher releases the ball. So you see her foot way off the bag before Riley Harrison has released the ball. And it just goes to show how quick Ansley Smith was with that throw. For it to be that close with Kristen White leaving that early is really impressive with her behind the dish.
And here's the Hawkeye look. I think it'll show us what we already know at this point. I mean, that is about as early as you can possibly be.
Absolutely. Especially knowing video review is available now and how often people go to this call. I think as a runner, you almost sometimes have to err on the late side, which is tough, but there's so many camera angles. So if you lead even a little bit early, the cameras will get you.
Here's the call.
After review, the runner at first base left early. She is out.
Well, whoever the spotter is in the South Alabama dugout, good job. They saw it, told Becky Clark to challenge, and South Alabama will keep both challenges, one down here in the third.
Like we said, that's a momentum killer for the Alabama Crimson Tide. You go from having the leadoff on and in scoring position for arguably one of your best hitters to now one out, nobody on.
And it's a no pitch, so now officially the first pitch to Alexis Papillo is in there for ball one. Papillo grounded out in the first and has made a massive jump here this year. Really in every statistical category.
And she's changed up her stride a little bit. She's gone to more of a toe tap. She's keeping her heel up off the ground more than she did last year. And timing is everything as a hitter. If you can be on time, you can hit just about anything. Now within reason, before you come after me about being an aggressive hitter, Gray, if you are on time and you are hunting something, that is the key to success when you're in the box.
I'll never come after you because you did quite well.
I will admit, I liked the first pitch. I'll admit it.
Well, there was a stat for it. You liked it so much. It was interesting talking to Papillo and hearing her talk on Good Morning Softball America this week about the prep work that she and the entire team have really put in, and it's an interesting position for Alabama to be in, having a midweek right after Easter weekend. They did not have practice yesterday, so kind of coming in a little on the fly in this matchup on a Tuesday.
And after an off day, you have two choices as a player.
That's striped out to center field. The reach base streak will continue, and Papillo's on with 1 out here in the 3rd.
Papillo doing a really good job, gets this ball on the outer corner, but you see she's towing the line. So this ball might be a ball on the outer half, but because she's so close to the plate, she gets that reach, gets her barrel there, and drives it up the middle for a base hit.
In steps Brooke Wells.
And talking to Coach Murphy, going back to what we were talking about earlier, they had Easter Sunday off and then yesterday, Monday off as well. So as an offense and as a team as a whole, you have an opportunity to A, get rest, which is really important as an athlete, and B, get a little bit of time to hit on your own.
How about a little jam job, seeing eye single for Brooke Wells.
And this is a good pitch by Riley Harrison. Brooke Wells is just so strong. She jams her up, but we've seen the home run numbers for Brooke Wells, and it's just that pure strength that leads to that ball getting through.
3rd hit of the inning for Alabama, and up comes the freshman Roman. So I'll ask you, how important is film on your own, prep on your own on those off days? Again, you don't have practice, it's a quote-unquote off day, but you still have to get ready for your next game.
And film is a personal preference thing. Some hitters love to watch film. They watch film until, you know, their eyes feel heavy, but other hitters watch a little bit, see what they need to see, and then move on. But it really is, what are you looking for when you watch film? And to me, as a hitter, there's a couple options. You can look at a pitcher, see what people are getting hits on. So what are the pitcher's mistakes? And you can go up there and hunt that. Or the other option is see what the pitcher does well. If it's a rise ball pitcher, see if you can hunt that rise ball, take away her best pitch, and then you can work down to the other pitches. But 2 kind of ways of thought: hunt their best pitch or hunt the mistake.
We'll see which way Anna Roman goes as Kinley Pate comes in to pinch run at first. It's lifted opposite way, and the wind will make sure that gets out of play. On the ground and through the right side. Papillo races around 3rd, and Anna Roman has an RBI single.
Anna Roman, she sees this ball up and away, but she stays aggressive with her swing. She's towing the line just like Papillo was, gets her barrel around it. Alexis Papillo sees that this ball is through all the way, no hesitation from her, and she scores easily.
And this is what Coach Clark was talking about. You can feel that Alabama offense starting to gain more momentum.
And another 1st and 3rd situation too, which is again really tough defensively. And you have the freshman of the week, Ambry Taylor, up in the box. A lot of pressure being put on the Jaguars right now.
It was a hit and run, foul back. Taylor striped one out to center that was caught by Lively to lead off the 2nd. This year hitting .444 with runners in scoring position. And you can see the big difference. Again, mainly a pinch hitter in February, but Coach Murphy was talking last weekend about how Ambry Taylor really just forced him to put her in the lineup and keep her there. And it's with power like that, really anytime she makes contact, if it's somewhat barreled, it looks pretty good off the bat.
Absolutely, and what's really fun is she, in her pinch hits, had 2 back-to-back home runs. So in 2 pinch hit appearances, she went yard, and that's extremely difficult to do as a pinch hitter. It's extremely difficult to do as a hitter that's in the everyday lineup. And so it's situations like those, she came in clutch for the Crimson Tide over and over again, and then worked her way into the lineup and is now a staple for them in the 4 spot.
That got all the way back. Pate will score with ease. And Roman's got to get back on second base. I think she thought it was a foul ball. A run is in. It's 3-0.
And this is a tough play for Ainsley Smith behind the dish. It almost looks like a screwball or a missed curveball that's going to run down and away. I think big ticket there is make sure glove first when you're blocking. Always glove first. Even if your legs can't catch up, at least your glove can get there and kind of block the ball up with just your mitt if you have to.
It is a wild pitch by Harrison. And a continued battle with Ambry Taylor. Here's the 8th pitch.
It's a really good spot by Riley Harrison, knowing that Ambry Taylor has been fouling off a lot of pitches, goes to that curveball in the outer half, just a little bit outside, but a really competitive spot.
Ooh, and that one hurts. Taylor fouls it off. And she'll take a bit of a walk and have a bit of a laugh.
Those never feel good. You'll see players nowadays wearing the big Evo shields on their ankles and on their shins. When you take a ball off the foot like that, it really stings. Oh, the kneecap. That's probably worse than the ankle.
Well, Taylor will hobble on down to first and continue to shake off that foul ball after a walk, and Alabama continues to pass the bat.
Really good job by Taylor in that at bat of just seeing pitches, fouling things off, being patient. I think the pitch in that at bat that set her up for success was that curveball in the outer half that she took, the really close curveball. When you take pitches like that, it gives you confidence. Okay, I can trust my vision. I can hang in here, foul off what I need to, and work the count for a walk.
And that has been an element of her game, that pitch selection that has really developed really over the last few weeks, honestly.
And I think part of it is that confidence piece. She's becoming more consistent in the lineup, and she's being very consistent with her bat, so she knows she can trust her hands and trust her eyes.
Big spot for Riley Harrison against Marley Giles. Giles doubled and scored in the second, and you can kind of feel like if South Alabama wants to get a 3rd straight win over the Tide in Tuscaloosa, they've got to escape this inning without much more damage coming across. And this is what we were talking about earlier, the improvement of Marley Giles to what she's doing now, having a career best year in 2026. And she's got another hit. Roman will throw on the brakes at 3rd, and the Tide has them loaded.
Marley Giles doing a really good job of capitalizing this pitch. It's left over the middle of the plate. Good height for her to get really good barrel on it. Drives it into the left field, and good heads-up base running by Anna Roman, seeing that ball in front of her all the way, knowing that she's not going to have an opportunity to score, and putting the brakes on.
Well, another quick visit for South Alabama. And now this definitely feels like one of those moments where Riley Harrison has got to dig deep and find a way out of this jam.
And when you're on defense in this moment, you know, you can think about this as, oh no, it's bases loaded, 1 out. Or you can think this is a double play opportunity here. We've got a bunch of opportunities for outs, keep it in the infield, and we can make something happen. And so I think some of that is just that mindset. You know, Coach Clark was talking about being competitive and limiting the big inning. This is a great moment for the Jaguars to show that.
The problem is Harrison now faces Audrey Vandegrift. A 12 versus 12 battle. Vandegrift walked into second on the year, hitting 400 with the bases loaded, including a grand slam to wrap up a run rule win over Liberty back in February.
And Vandegrift has been seeing the ball really, really well lately. I think that move to the 6th spot has been key for her. She just looks comfortable in that position. She looks confident in her takes and confident in her hacks.
This will stay in play, and making the basket catch is Brandstetter for a massive, unproductive second out.
Riley Harrison doing a good job of getting this pitch on the hands of Audrey Vandegrift. Jams her up, and then Olivia Brandstetter communicating with her catcher, Ansley Smith, saying, I got it, making that catch in foul territory.
Strike one to Salem Hawkins. Reached on an error and drove in a run in the second. Another one who's seen the power numbers in particular really go up. Already more RBIs this year than she had in 2025. That's well struck out to left field, but backing up on the warning track is Bachhaus. A couple runs for Alabama, but they strand them. And we go to the 4th, 3-0 tie. Played 3 here in Tuscaloosa. Alabama leads South Alabama 3-0. Gray Robertson and Allie Shipman up in the booth. Now joined by the Hall of Famer, Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy. And coach, we saw Ambry Taylor in the last inning work a really good walk. She was announced as SEC Freshman of the Week earlier today. What has she done the last few weeks that has really made you keep her in the lineup?
It seems like she comes through every single time, whether it's a big hit, a double in the gap, or a 2-run single, which she had against Texas. So she's just a hard person to pitch to. She covers the entire strike zone. That time, she might have walked a couple times, but she ended up walking. She just got a powerful bat.
And Coach, what are you liking from what you're seeing from freshman Caitlin Palazzi in the circle?
I think she's doing pretty well. You know, we tried to pitch around their best hitter, the first baseman. She did a good job there. Got the next kid to pop out to left, and for the most part, she's getting ahead, and her pitches are moving. So far, so good.
Good stuff, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, welcome back, Allie.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks for being here, you guys.
It's Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy. With a little shout out to my partner at the very end. Well, Palazzi so far has done well. Just 1 hit allowed in 3 innings. The bigger thing to circle is the 3 walks and 0 strikeouts so far, but South Alabama really hasn't found much to barrel.
And like you said, it's a little bit uncharacteristic for this Alabama pitching staff. Usually very good with their ball to strike ratio, usually really good with their walk to strikeout ratio. So Caitlin Palazzi looking to work through the zone a little bit more this inning.
Two now for the freshman Carol Wine. We talked about it, has already won Sun Belt Player of the Week here this year. Great career at Tate High School. She was the career home run leader and senior class president. And she waits on the change. Second single of the day for the Jaguars on that pitch. And the leadoff is on here in the fourth.
And for this count, I think Caitlin Palazzi just leaves this changeup a little high, and it allows Wine to get her barrel behind it. When you leave those changeups up in the zone, it's easier to adjust, get on top of them, and then drive them up the middle, just like Wine did there.
Patrick Murphy came out for a very quick word. And a pinch runner has come in for South Alabama over at first, and it's one of the best you'll find in the country. Gracie McDonald, a pinch running specialist, freshman out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Not only reliable on the base paths, but she's top 10 in the Sun Belt in stolen bases, 11 for 12 here this year.
And that's going to put a lot of pressure on the defense, and it's going to shift how you play defensively. If you're Salyn Hawkins, you know that you're going to have to vacate to cover that throw. So now it leaves the 5-6 hole a little bit more open.
Stagner found that one back. Part of the Stagner family legacy at South Alabama. We mentioned older sister Gabby, who set a lot of records down in Mobile, including career home runs.
And Stagner's another one in this lineup that has a couple different timing mechanisms in her arsenal. She can float her foot into that leg kick a little bit more.
Called strike three. Palazzi paints the outer edge.
This is a great spot by Caitlin Palazzi. It's a curveball on the outer edge. Marley Giles with a really good frame back there, getting around it, nicks the corner for strike three.
First K for Palazzi as Sydney Stewart fouls off the first pitch. I think it's a good sign for the South Alabama offense. You know, this is a squad that struggled with strikeouts on the offensive side, but that was just the first one tonight. They put a lot of balls in play and made the Alabama defense work.
And that was part of their offensive plan when talking to coach before the game. They wanted to commit to a pitch, be competitive, understand that this environment can make or break you. So she's trying to expand capacity, as she said.
This is another one in play. Hubbard will track it down, 2 away.
But going back to what we were saying, she wants to expand their capacity for challenges, for being in big environments like this so that they can feel like they can step into any stadium in the country and be successful.
Well, an early pinch hitter. It'll be the senior out of Brantley, Alabama, the transfer from Troy, Caden Dunn. Has not gotten a ton of at-bats the last few weeks. Just 1 for 1 in the last 5 games. First pitch in the air to left. Vandegrift will settle underneath, and the inning ends. Well, the leadoff single does no damage, and Alabama still up 3 going to the bottom of the 4th. Well, Alabama, Texas dominated the headlines, but a lot happened last weekend in the SEC. Florida walked it off in Game 3 to win the series 2-1 over Mississippi State. Texas A&M with a battle against Georgia in College Station. Aggies won that series 2-1. And Kendall Wells keeps on setting records. Your new SEC single-season record holder in home runs already, and 30 on the year ties the D1 freshman mark. A fear for Laura Espinosa's record for overall single-season home runs. I think that is definitely in jeopardy, if not already broken by the time we get to postseason, Allie.
And Kendall Wells has just been phenomenal for OU, and what she does best is she adjusts. She adjusts really well. It feels like there's not a single pitch that she can't drive out of the ballpark.
Some big names to be mentioned alongside Lauren Chamberlain, Jocelyn Allo.
It is interesting that they're all at 30.
I have a feeling, call it a bold prediction, that Kendall Wells will hit another here this year.
If she continues like she is, she may hit plenty more.
Maddie Hubbard. That is a long foul ball. This weekend will, I think, dictate the direction of the SEC race down the stretch. You've got some big series. Oklahoma goes to Austin to take on Texas. They've got a 2-spot lead in the standings right now. Alabama goes to Auburn, who's really been struggling of late. Tide needs certainly to win that series to keep pace with Oklahoma and Texas up at the top.
And like you said, I think that OU-Texas series can be really pivotal as you're looking down the stretch for SEC. That's definitely one of those. Number 2 Oklahoma, number 4 Texas, going at Austin. I think that'll be one of those that'll be really fun to watch.
Boy, Arkansas and Mississippi State, that's going to be a lot of fun. The Bulldog pitching staff against those Razorback bats.
The pitching staff for Mississippi State has been incredible. And when you watch some of the movement on the curveballs that they're able to throw over there, it's really impressive what they've been able to do.
Good movement by Harrison. That's her first strikeout of the game, 1 down.
Harrison goes to this curveball. She knows that Hubbard fouled the ball off hard to her pull side earlier, so she's going to put this curveball on the outer half. It's going to be a couple inches off and gets Maddie Hubbard to chase.
See how Harrison pitches to Kristen White. First time up, White laid down a beautiful bunt on the very first pitch.
And she's an athlete that has a lot of tools in her tool belt. She can bunt, slap, hit away occasionally.
This is a slap, and she'll be safe. That's textbook right there from Kristen White to turn the lineup over.
This is just a picture-perfect slap by Kristen White. Is going to get this pitch on the outer half, drives it straight into the ground, and it's that high hop that she's looking for as a slapper. The more time that that ball can spend in the air, the more time she has to make it to first base.
Now, she was called for leaving early after that single earlier in the game. Let's see if she tries to run this time. No dice on the first pitch to Papillo.
And if I'm Coach Patrick Murphy, I'm not sure if I'm sending her, especially with how close that throw was by Ainsley Smith, even with her leaving early.
I'm sure the entire South Alabama dugout is watching the feet of Kristen White.
Really good job there by Ainsley Smith behind the dish. Knowing Kristen White has speed, she blocks that ball up and then immediately pops up, anticipating if she has to throw down.
3-1. There goes White. It's a strike, and the senior slides in safely. And no movement from the South Alabama dugout.
Another pretty good throw by Ainsley Smith, but it's that speed of Kristen White. Gets another good jump. Even though that throw is on the money, she's still safe.
Now the payoff. Papillo stays alive.
Good slide there by Kristen White too, and I'm sure she was being really careful as well not to leave early, especially knowing that she had already been called out on that earlier in the game.
It's now 8 stolen bases on the year in 9 attempts for Kristen White. Ball 4.
That's a really strong at bat by Alexis Papillo, working the count, being able to foul some things off. Then she's going to see this rise ball up and away out of the zone. And like I said, she's towing the line. And so that takes a lot of mental toughness and knowing your plan to be able to lay off that pitch.
Well, South Alabama has gotten out of danger a few times, continued to linger in this game. But now with 2 on and 1 out, here's Brooke Wells, who had that single in the 3rd.
And you can see Brooke Wells in her stance. She's very low in her legs. And so almost like Papillo, but in a different way, she's very quick to the ball, very short with her swing, but she's gonna load into those legs, and that's what helps her to unlock that power. And she's just a little late on these swings. Looks a little bit longer than she normally does in her swing, so her back elbow's dipping, her barrel's getting outside of her a little bit more, and that causes her to be just slightly off time.
So what's the quick fix there as a hitter?
Control, control, control. So use your top hand, which is your back elbow, to try to get on top of that ball a little bit more. Get that back elbow into what's called the slot a little bit faster, so tuck it into your side and then keep it there as you go through the ball. Now, if you are struggling with those minor adjustments, the obvious one is get your foot down sooner, start your swing sooner. Account for the fact that you're going to lag a little bit.
Here's the payoff. Wells was on time there. There's a 3-run shot. The little adjustment leads to a big swing, and Alabama leads at 6-0 here in the 4th.
And Brooke Wells does exactly what we were just talking about. She's gonna get to this pitch and she's gonna keep that back elbow tight. You can see it go right past her ribs, keeps her hands inside the ball and is able to drive this ball over the right field wall for her 16th home run of the season.
That's her 6th home run in a midweek game here this year.
And I think it's her being so deep in her legs that allows her to have that opposite field power like that. Especially for righties, it's rare that you see a hitter be able to go oppo with power. I feel like it's more often with lefty hitters, but Brooke Wells doing a really good job staying inside that ball, going the opposite way.
There's the lefty Anna Roman, just foul. When, as we were talking about, South Alabama just playing with fire a little bit too much in all these innings, and it was Brooke Wells that applied the burn.
And Alabama had been leaving a few runners on base, but continuing to put pressure on, waiting for that one hitter to get the big hit. And in this case, it was Brooke Wells.
Two from Harrison, and it's full again.
And an important piece for any offense is after somebody gets that big hit, like a home run, and clears the bases, that next batter up, that is a key position. You try to keep the pressure on.
That's a fair ball, and it got past Mombelli at first. Roman's thinking two. And Anna Roman is able to keep passing the baton. Runner in scoring position with one out.
Anna Roman just gets a ton of barrel on this ball. She's going to turn on that outside pitch, rolls over a little bit, but it works in her favor. She drives it into the ground. Mombelli over there has a hard time handling that ball, but Anna Roman can see that play developing in front of her. As she's rounding first, she takes a peek into right field, sees that she's pretty deep over there towards the line, and is able to make it to second base for a stand-up double.
Still waiting on the official scoring decision as Larissa Pruitt comes in to pinch run. Senior out of Hartselle, Alabama, and one would think she'll stay in to play right field in the next inning. We talked to Patrick Murphy about the young lady about to step in now, Ambry Taylor, SEC Freshman of the Week, and she's a very hard hit ball away from putting this into run rule territory. Put South Alabama down to their final 3 outs.
And she's had 2 really good at-bats so far today, seeing the ball well. Squared up a down ball earlier in the game and then had a long at-bat and worked it into a walk.
Just to button it up, it is officially an E3 on Mombelli over at first. This is popped up. Redemption chance for Mombelli, and she makes the grab.
This is a good bounce back by Harrison in the circle, going right at Ambry Taylor, jamming her up, and then Mombelli going into foul territory, continuing to track it down even though there's the wind blowing, sticks with it, and makes the grab.
First pitch foul by Marley Giles. Another one who's had a nice evening so far. Double and a run in the second, single in the third.
And she's been really squaring those balls up to her pull side, which is why you see they're going first pitch change up there, knowing that she's gotten out in front and around the ball a couple times. Trying to work that off speed a little bit more.
Season average now up to 405 for the senior. And that gets all the way back to the backstop. Long turn for Pruitt, but she'll stay at third.
Again, this is one of those pitches that's going to run low and in, going towards that righty batter. Sometimes it's hard to, see with the feet there, but big thing, glove to the ground always, then your knees can follow you.
Giles out towards right field, and that'll get over the head of Dees. Pruitt scores. Giles stopped at second, and Patrick Murphy wanted her to keep going.
Marley Giles does a really good job of squaring up this pitch. She's going to drive this ball. It's low in the zone, lets it in deep, drives it to the outer half. But a big thing here is she needs to be able to pick up her coach at third base as she's rounding second. As you round, you kind of lose sight of the right fielder. So then your job is to look to your coach at third base, and he or she will be able to pick you up and let you know if you should continue to third.
Patrick Murphy's not laughing, but Kristen White was doubled over in the dugout talking with Giles.
Yeah, that's one of those things as a coach where it's a missed opportunity. You can get to third base and be even closer for Audrey Vandegrift, who has been seeing the ball well lately.
Missed that one, and quickly it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. So Harrison gets out of it with the strikeout, but the Tide adds 4 runs in the 4th, and the big one was a 3-run shot from Brooke Wells.
Brooke Wells doing a great job of getting inside this pitch, gets behind it, launches it over the right field wall, and she continues to stay hot with her bat for the Alabama Crimson Tide. The Jaguars will look to hit when we come back. Few changes for Patrick Murphy in the field. We'll get to those in a minute as Alabama looks to keep things up, leading South Alabama 7-0 going to the top of the 5th. And a new face in the circle, a face who really made a statement this past weekend against Texas, the freshman righty out of Daphne, Alabama, Vic Moten. And Vic Moten just showed her presence on the mound versus Texas this past weekend. She was effective through the zone. She pretty much stuck to her rise and drop versus Texas, worked up and down, really split the zone and attacked those Texas hitters well, and was very successful this past weekend.
Moten comes in for Palazzi, who threw 4 strong innings, just gave up a couple hits. Kind of reeled in the walks at the very end. There you see the freshman from Michigan.
And what might feel like her best game for Palazzi, she still put a 0 up on the board for the Jaguars. So even though it wasn't the most efficient game for her, she still was very effective in the circle.
Now Moten facing 9-1-2 in the order. So what's the biggest shift for South Alabama hitters facing Moten after seeing Palazzi for 4 innings?
Well, Moten's going to be a little bit more 50-50 with her up and her down. And so Palazzi's more up in the zone primarily.
See if this stays in play. It will not.
And so now you really have to focus in, excuse me. Focus in on picking a height, pick up or pick down, but you can't go up there hitting both.
And you've got more velocity as well from Moten. Bachhaus walked in the third. Senior comes from a sports family. Both brothers played sports collegiately. Taylor stays down, 1 down. When we talked about Moten against Texas, struggled to start. Really, it was the walks. You saw 1 hit from Texas in the first inning of game 2. That was Reese Atwood. But after that, outside of a couple home runs given up to that potent Longhorns offense, the freshman was spectacular. Garrett Griggs, a new shortstop, makes the play. 2 away.
And it's almost like Vic Moten completely flipped the script. She went from, 5-1 in her walk to strikeout ratio to then you're looking at 1-6. So almost completely flipped that over. And sometimes when you get taken out of a game like that, you have time to settle yourself, refocus and get ready for when you do go back in.
Over to third, and Taylor completes the process to wrap up the top of the 5th. Alabama in cruise control, up 7-0 on South Alabama here in Tuscaloosa. First, we've seen the Alabama offense just get a little bit more and more each and every inning, Allie Shipman.
And it started here with capitalizing on some mistakes by the Jaguars. And then in the 3rd inning, you see here, Anna Roman's going to get around this ball, drive it into right field. Good heads-up base running, score another run. And then here's a couple more mistakes by the Jaguars. A pass ball leads to another run. And then here is the big blast by Brooke Wells. She continues to stay hot with her 16th home run of the season.
That's how we get to 7-0 tied with a new pitcher in the circle and a new hitter at the plate for Alabama, Garrett Griggs. And the new pitcher is the sophomore righty out of Pensacola, Florida, Sydney Scapin.
And Sydney Scapin, she's going to work a rise, a curve to both sides, so a backdoor and a regular curve and that changeup. Not going to overwhelm you with her speed in the low 60s, but what she does well is she's very spinny with that curveball, and so a lot of her success comes on that curve on the outer half.
She took the loss last year against Alabama in Mobile, got the start, did not record an out, and really struggled with walks, had 4 at the very start of that 15-3 Alabama win at South Alabama. First time tonight looking at the freshman Garrett Griggs out of Phoenix City, Alabama, 4-star recruit according to Softball America.
And I think the goal of every relief pitcher is keep the score wherever it is. Give your offense time to potentially come back. So if you enter the game with 7 runs, you keep it that way.
Well, certainly, as Grigg swings and misses, Scapin has to, because any runs for the Tide here in the 5th inning would wrap it up.
Absolutely, and she does a really good job here of going to that backdoor curve on the outer half, especially to that lefty batter, slapping, moving through the zone. As that ball gets away from you, really hard to keep your barrel there.
See Scapin last year only threw 23 1/3 innings, 6.30 ERA, big shift. And she's had some good performances, pitched very well last season in Baton Rouge against LSU. This season seeing a much larger workload.
And when you look at her heat map, she almost diagonally splits the zone, going from the top away corner all the way to the low and in corner. And so she does a good job of almost changing speeds without having to change speeds.
And how about some PFP? 2 away.
And so that's called effective velocity, when you can use a pitch, maybe it's coming in at 60, but if it's up and in, it feels faster than if it's the same pitch at 60, but low and away, it's gonna feel slower. So she's kind of using placement to her advantage.
Well, she will need to be sharp with the placement against Kristen White, who's placed it perfectly tonight. A pair of singles, one via the bunt, the other with a slap.
And I think for the South Alabama defense, making sure that you're communicating with your third baseman and your shortstop, covering that 5-6 hole. You see the third baseman really hugging the line.
And that's misplayed at short. It would have been a tough play anyway for Stagner, but White is aboard with 2 outs.
And White went that way on the field earlier in the game, so being aware on the left side of the field, knowing that her job is to put the ball on the ground to the left side. As a shortstop, you've got a lot of pressure on you with somebody with that much speed. So I think the key there is staying under control, continuing to charge that ball. Just gets a little bit away of Lily Stagner at short.
And so that is the game-ending run. Kristen White over at first for Alexis Papillo. It is an error on the Jaguars.
And it seems like so far, Scapin has really been living on that outer half. And with Alexis Papillo, she hits that outside pitch really well. You see her go back inside. I think that's the key. Try to get Alexis Papillo to chase out of the zone, work something up and in a little bit more, but you have to be really careful in the outer half.
And Brooke Wells is waiting on deck, so see if Scapin is able to get by Papillo. There's a strike. White takes off and steals second.
It's a good pitch by Scapin, but a really good read by Kristen White. Notices changeup out of the hand. Because that pitch is slower, it takes more time to get to the catcher, so you have just that extra split second as the base runner to slide in safely.
And it was a strike, so now a 3-2. With the game-ending run in scoring position, there's ball 4.
This is just a tough stretch in the Alabama lineup for opposing pitchers. Alexis Papillo with Brooke Wells back-to-back. They communicate with each other so well, and they kind of feed off of each other as well.
Wells already has a big hit tonight. And here it is, a 3-run shot in the 4th inning.
And after fouling a few pitches off. She gets this pitch up and away in the zone. She stays in her legs, keeps that back elbow in, and drives it.
And now she's looking to end it. Brooke Wells to left. White will score, and Alabama wins it in run rule fashion, 8-0. It's a 4 RBI night for Brooke Wells, and the Tide moves to 36-3 on the year.
Brooke Wells does a phenomenal job staying hot, drives this ball into the gap, and ends it early for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
We'll step aside for just a moment, come back and wrap things up on the other side as Alabama gets the 8-0 win in 5 innings. A 5-inning victory for the Alabama Crimson Tide, 8-0 over South Alabama to improve to 36-3 on the year. Gray Robertson and Allie Shipman up in the booth, now joined by the senior Marlee Giles. Marlee, congratulations on the win and your performance here in this game. After how successful things were this past weekend against Texas, coming back, winning games 2 and 3 and winning the series, how important was it for the team to take care of business here in this midweek today?
Gosh, I mean, this game meant a lot to us. Also, thank you guys for being here. I mean, it's an awesome environment. I know that y'all have done an amazing job up there, so just wanted to say thanks. But I just say that, I mean, every game is important, especially today. I'm sorry. What was the question?
The importance of kind of taking care of business today after such a big weekend this past weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Also, being a top-ranked team, we've got to take care of business for a team like that. I mean, they're a great group of girls, and they just help us in being ready and letting somebody step up. It's not going to be the same person every game. Brooke Wells had an awesome game today, and Caitlin Palazzi and Vic both came in and did a great job pitching. And so, I mean, it's a team effort all the way around.
And as a catcher, being able to catch this Alabama staff that has been super successful this season, what have you seen in your pitching staff?
A lot of growth. Being able to catch Joss the past 3 years has been an absolute joy, seeing her turn into the pitcher she is today and just grow and just become such a competitor, and then being able to see some new blood like Vic and Caitlin just come in and embrace their roles and be able to be there for our team and just be gritty, both of them. And both of them have learned so much thus far, and I just can't wait to see how much they grow in the future.
You were 3 for 3 today. You had a pair of doubles. There was one double, however, that drew quite the reaction from the dugout. What was the communication like with some of your teammates? Kristen White was cackling in the dugout.
That was my fault. I looked up and I thought the girl was about to pick it up, and I was just scared I was going to get thrown out at third base, so they were all calling me Chicken Little because I didn't take third. So Murph was giving me the Chicken Little sign a second ago. That's why I got choked up. But it's not the first time I've been called that this season, but I didn't want to be out. So.
Well, and speaking of this season, you are having your best year yet. What has gone into that?
Just trusting the process. I mean, this is a game, and we're blessed to be able to play it, and just trusting God's plan for me, not pressing, and just enjoying being here, enjoying the atmosphere, and enjoying the girls.
Last thing, Marley, and then we'll let you go. You won this in-state battle today, and then coming up this weekend, you're taking on Auburn down on the Plains. You're from the state of Alabama. You know what the rivalry means. How excited are you to get to take on the Tigers for 3 games?
Oh, I'm just really, really excited. I mean, the last 2 series we've had against them, I'm pretty sure that they've won, so I'm excited to get a little bit of revenge and hopefully take the series from them, possibly sweep. And I know that this series is really important for us and for this program and for our team. So just being able to go down there and take care of business really means a lot.
Well, we wish you the best this weekend, Marley, and congratulations again on a great performance today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Roll Tide.
That is Marley Giles, the senior for Alabama. A 3-for-3 day and an 8-0 win for the Tide. For my partner, the great Allie Shipman, and our entire SEC Network crew, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long from Tuscaloosa and Rhodes Stadium. Once again, the final score is Alabama 8, South Alabama 0 in 5. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a presentation of the SEC Network. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time.